Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of South York's Allotment. I'm indoors today, as you can see, the tree is up. I'm just enjoying a bit of warmth against the fire. December is just around the corner and it's about time now we start looking at things for next year, seeds, ordering and plans to make for the forthcoming growing season. I'll just take you into the shed at the moment and just show you what I've bought, and hopefully I'll be able to get them into the ground in the next week or so. Okay, so I've just popped into the shed now, so apologies if the light's a little bit hit and miss. These are the bulbs which I have bought from a local DIY store, and they're a variety of crocuses, iris, daffodils, tulips and hyacinths. And these are going to go in the new plot in the front border, hopefully, all being well, once I remove the parsnips and the remaining bits of kale. But I have noticed that in a couple of them, they are starting to sprout now. I can't remember which one is it, might be the irises and crocuses. Ah, there, you can see the irises there. So I've gone for some nice colours. I like my whites and yellows, so they're prominent in all these varieties. This one, a taller daffodil, the one there, and then we've got the normal hyacinths, Carnegie, Grand Perfection, which is a taller variety of tulip, tall daffodil, Dutch Master. That's quite a common variety, that what a lot of people seem to have in their tubs and gardens. Sweet Love, it kind of looks like a fried or poached egg really, with the yellow in the centre flower. Dutch Irises, they've got a nice little bit of a yellow tongue on the purple leaves, and then finally the crocuses. So I'm going to have to try and get these in ASAP, although the weather's not kind. We are now into December and we've just had a bit of sleet come snow today. Nothing which is settled, but it has created it very slushy, very wet and very cold. But when I bring you footage, when I'm next up at the allotment, I'll show you, pop the bulbs in and I'll arrange them, and hopefully the arrangement will then feature within the flowers once they start popping up around about, I'd say, February time for the crocuses, and then daffodils will follow, hyacinths, tulips, etc. So I just thought I'd bring you a bit of a collection of what I've purchased for popping in the borders. So then, I'm just back down on the plot at the moment. I've managed to get a nice little window of opportunity here. It's Saturday the 5th of December and I'm just about to plant some bulbs. So first thing you should do, it's like anything really, shallots, garlic, always assess your stock, always riddle through, making sure if there's any rotten ones, soft ones or any signs of damage, get rid of them. See, that one's soft, so that's going to get discarded straight away. A couple more here, look how they are. They're not great, so you might as well just get rid of them because they're not going to really do much. They'll just rot, sit in the sun, then eventually just rot away. So firstly, go through all what you want to plant. I mean, what is the 6 kilos it says on the bag, £6, so it's £1 a kilo, and there's absolutely ample. So another rotten one there, no good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get these set up where I want to position them. I'm going to plant them in probably clumps of about 6 or something like that, and then I'll show you the contraption what I'm going to use to plant them in the ground. So here's the bulb contraption then, and it's been made out of a piece of frame, and basically that's the bulb planter. It's approximately 3 to 4 times bigger than what the bulb is, so probably 3 times bigger, so I'm going to use that as my depth for these daffodils. And basically as you push down, this contraption comes up and then you put your foot on it and then that releases the soil. As you can see, the clods there and the holes which are cored out already. So roots and basal plate, they go into the ground with the pointy bit standing up. As I said to you, I've done these, doing these in 6s, so hopefully it'll create a nice compact display. I can always add to these next year if I want to with some other bulbs I do get, but it's just a nice little simple winter's day task. Then all I'll do is just get the soil, sprinkle it over the top, and then leave it to their own devices, and then by I think it's usually February time we start to see daffodils come up, but it depends because we've had quite a couple of mild winters, so they might come up a bit earlier. So I'm just going to do a couple more down the line here, in and about these kale right down to the end, and then that should have a nice bit of colour for the daffodils, and then I'll get onto the hyacinths, tulips, crocuses and irises. Just before I sign off then, I'll just show you what I've been up to. So that camellia, what I talked about in the last video, I've pruned that and it's slotted into that little bed nicely and filled the gap there. I've also taken down this green netting which was protecting the cabbages and sprouts, and I've got some nice sprouts coming there, so I just need to spend about 5 or 10 minutes or so just clearing this bed out, and that'll be nice and finished, ready for winter. There's a couple of nice red cabbages there, so that'll be great for picking and pickling. And then just generally bits and pieces, really. The sprouting broccoli, that's coming on really, really well now. This was just a bit of like a no-go dumping area really, and I've just planted a few plants in here and hope for the best, and they seem to have took really well. So I'm going to stake these as we approach mid-December. This will probably be another task I'll do when I come down, and then at least they're kept safe, let's say, from the winds if we get any bad winds like the others are just over there. So that's it for down here then, and just a nice little update of what I've been up to. Nothing much, just typical winter jobs and tidying up. I've got the grass a cut as well, which was done probably the day after the last video went out, so I've got a couple more jobs what I want to do, and just waiting for a bit of time off work now over Christmas and New Year, and I can get really stuck into things providing the weather's kind and there's no snow on the floor. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again on the next one. Bye for now.